to drink, air to breathe. We all thrive when we have the comfort and security of home. We came together from 12 states to meet Health Secretary Marsha L. Fudge about some immediate actions she can take to put tenants first.
1, caring for people experiencing homelessness. 2, landlord accountability to provide healthy homes. And 3, strengthening the community's ability to care for itself by funding resident organizing. Each of these priorities center race and gender equity, and each of these priorities center tenants' rights and protections. We've invited HUD to accompany us on a tour of sites in the United States that are not the usual places that media look like. And we started the tour in my home state of Louisiana and Lafayette. That is the refuge for many in the wake of violent storms and natural disasters.
We have a few folks who are practitioners in the community who have access to the people who are living with the lived experience, and they're going to kind of help root us in the conversation today around homelessness, climate change, and our practices around how we invest our HUD funding in our community.
Then we went to Cottage Grove, a rural area with the challenges of a tight housing market, but with hidden needs, like those of farm workers, people with disabilities, and the elderly.
So I know that the systems of power that exist are what the problem is. This work that we're in right now is about planting trees, the shade of which we will never see.
Our last stop was Akron, Ohio. A Midwestern, mid-sized city that is dealing with racial and gender disparities and has a strong sense of place.
I've always wondered, how can you make rules about somewhere you never lived?
I grew up in the wilderness as a child, and it was things done then that aren't done now. It's not a family here anymore.
My housing is supposed to be safe, but it's not. We have problems with security. It's trash. They don't make us feel safe. They won't let us plant flowers or anything like that to make us feel like we're at home. And I think that they just use us as a number, and they don't look at us as names and families. So there's nothing that the parents could do to help besides join this movement, you know, to make our voices be heard.
How can we have a healthy family system if the housing is unsafe? I just want y'all to really help the community understand what is actively happening. Please share what you all see, because this is only a microscopic view of what is happening across the nation.
Remember, it only takes a few, but it takes a few strong voices sticking together, not being afraid.
We saw from that tour that there are problems and challenges in our communities, but we as tenants are ready to organize, am I right?
Yes!
We're ready to hold landlords accountable, am I right?
Yes!
To demand radical care for our sisters and brothers experiencing homelessness, am I right?
Yes!
Today we are here with you, Secretary Marsha L. Fudge, and senior staff from HUD to demand changes.
It's not lost on me how personal this tour was. It takes a lot for people to invite you into their homes.
Yes.
It is something that I always cherish, because when a person invites you into their home, they invite you into their life. If we can't make life better for the people we serve, we have no business here.
That's right.
We can make a change in our communities at the grassroots level together. And that takes people power.
I can't afford the current rent that I pay right now. But I really can't afford to miss work to be here. But it's too important to me to share my experience, because I know I'm not alone.
We have to remind our leaders that our housing, that the housing that you all live in, that we all need, is vital and important. And it can't continue to be cut. It can't continue to be underfunded. It must be supported. It must be secured. It has to be guaranteed.